I remember when he just came out and he said, when they asked him, like, you know, Usain Bolt, he was like, Usain Bolt who? I was like, bro, just stop it. I would like to beat him because these young cats feel like they're ready. Every day I'm like, why did I retire so early?
World champion of what? The United States?
He's never mind for himself, so it's all fun. It's all fun and games, man. All fun and games.
Big introduction for Noah Lyles. He's a three-time consecutive world champion over 200 meters. The only 200.
London, July 2025. What was supposed to be another routine showdown in the Diamond League quickly turned into a global sprinting earthquake. Oblique Seville, Jamaica's quiet storm, exploded out of the blocks and obliterated Olympic champion Noah Lyles with a jaw-dropping 9.86 seconds. But as the crowd erupted and headlines raced ahead of the finish line, a voice from the shadows stirred even more commotion. Usain Bolt. The sprinting legend didn't just offer compliments. He issued a prophecy, a challenge, and a stark warning all in one breath. According to Bolt, Seville may very well be the man to break the unbreakable, record set in Berlin over 15 years ago. But with his praise came a chilling caveat. Seville's potential is massive, but his fragility could be his downfall. In a sport where milliseconds define greatness, Bolt's comments didn't just elevate Seville, they placed him under a microscope. So what makes Bolt so confident, and why is the world suddenly watching Oblique Seville with bated breath? Let's break it down. In front of a roaring crowd at the London Diamond League, Seville tore down the track with the confidence of a veteran and the hunger of a challenger. Clocking in at 9.86 seconds, he didn't just win, he humiliated Noah Lyles, the reigning Olympic 100-meter champion. Lyles, who had entered the race as the favorite, crossed the line a full 0.15 seconds behind. An eternity in sprinting terms. Seville didn't just beat Lyles, he shifted the hierarchy. What made this victory so compelling was the aura of dominance Seville exuded. He didn't stumble into this win. He owned every meter, every stride, every second. It was calculated chaos on the track, a message that this wasn't a lucky break. It was a storm that had been brewing for years. The timing of this performance, just weeks before the World Championships, was no accident. Seville wasn't peaking early. He was rising on cue. And while Lyles graciously called it a special race and praised Seville's form, the truth is, he was left stunned. For a man used to leading the conversation in track and field, Lyles had suddenly become a supporting character. Seville had stepped into the spotlight and he wasn't blinking. When Usain Bolt speaks, the world listens. But this time the words weren't just impactful, they were seismic. On the Fix podcast, Bolt did something he rarely does. He acknowledged a potential successor. Oblique can do it, Bolt said bluntly, referring to his iconic 9.58 world record. Coming from the man who redefined the meaning of fast, those words weren't thrown casually. They were backed by analysis, belief, and personal experience. Bolt saw something in Seville, a blend of raw speed, mental firepower, and technical excellence that reminded him of his own prime. But Bolt didn't stop at optimism. He delivered a challenge wrapped in a warning. Seville could be the one to rewrite history, but only if he stays healthy and locks in. That's not praise. That's a high-stakes gauntlet thrown down by the greatest sprinter to ever live. And for Bolt to make such a claim publicly, that's more than just hype. It's a calculated signal. He's telling the world, and more importantly Seville himself, that the record isn't sacred, it's vulnerable, and Oblique has the key if he doesn't drop it. As bold as his prediction was, Bolt didn't sugarcoat the risks. He made it painfully clear. Seville's talent is undeniable, but his consistency is far from guaranteed. Some of the time, Oblique can be fragile, Bolt said. And that word, fragile, hit like a slap across the face of Jamaica's next big hope. Bolt knows the burden of expectation better than anyone. He's lived the spotlight, the pressure, the injury scares, and the demands of global greatness. So when he warns about fragility, it's not speculation, it's lived truth. Seville's career has already seen flashes of brilliance interrupted by slumps and near misses. Bolt sees the patterns. The brilliance is there, but so is the danger. Seville can run sub 9.9 all season and still fall short if one injury, one misstep, One last lapse in focus derails the plan. Bolt's message was layered. Encouragement, yes, but also accountability. You have the tools, now build the house. It was mentorship dressed as motivation, a torch passed with fire still on the handle. And Seville, whether he likes it or not, now carries the weight of that warning. Sprint races aren't just one with legs, they're one in the mind. And Seville, for all his physical gifts, is stepping into an emotional battlefield where pressure, hype, and history collide. Beating Noah Lyles twice in 2 years proves he's mentally tougher than many expected. But sprinting glory isn't measured in isolated wins, it's about seasons of dominance. Seville's past is dotted with inconsistency, missed finals, underwhelming heats, and training concerns. That's where Bolt's fragile comment comes home to roost. Consistency isn't about perfection, it's about predictability under pressure. Can Seville show up, meet after meet, and execute? Can he block out the distractions and stay locked in? Because now every race will be framed around the world record. Every start will carry the weight of Bolt's prophecy, and every mistake will be magnified. This isn't just about physical preparation anymore. It's about mental steel. Can Seville outrun his past? That might be the difference between being a fast man and being the fastest ever. All eyes now turn to the 2025 World Championships in Tokyo. Seville is no longer the underdog. He's the storm incoming. With his recent wins and Bolt's words still echoing, expectations have skyrocketed. If Seville breaks the 980 barrier in Tokyo, the buzz about breaking 958 won't just be noise, it'll be a countdown. And Bolt knows it. He's even admitted that modern spike technology and track surfaces are changing the game, possibly making records easier to break. Seville is sprinting in that era. He has the tools. The Grand Slam events leading into Tokyo are his crucible. And every heat, every semi, every final will either confirm his place in history or reveal cracks in the foundation. Lyles will be waiting. So will Fred Kerley, Kishane Thompson, and an entire generation ready to snatch headlines. But Seville has something they don't, the weight of Bolt's blessing. That's power and pressure combined. The stage is set for a renaissance in sprinting. With Jamaica and the US trading blows and new stars emerging from every corner, we're watching a revival of Bolt's golden era. But with a twist. This time, it's Oblique Seville who holds the key to the next sprinting dynasty. Bolt didn't just suggest the record might fall, he dared Seville to take it. And in doing so, he lit a fire under the sport. This isn't just about Seville versus Lyles. It's about a new era rising. And it's happening now. Every race is a referendum on greatness. Every time Seville steps on the track, we're not just watching for a win. We're watching for a world-shaking performance. If he falters, Bolt's cautionary tale becomes prophecy. But if he rises, if he runs sub 9.6 and claims history, Bolt's legacy doesn't fall. It evolves. And Seville will be the one who carried it forward. The clock is ticking. The world is watching. And Oblique Seville is running not just for medals, but for immortality.